Hey there, I am Parth Doshi, exploring the field of RPA and sharing my learnings with you by making videos. So, this is the next video which we are going to see about selectors. In this video, so many times when we indicate a particular click activity or a type into activity, we normally use anchor base activity to indicate the anchor as well. But in that as well, we see we can indicate only one anchor. So what if there are still duplicate fields after indicating the anchor? How we can resolve that particular issue? So for that, we can use UI automation next activities. So in this video, we are going to particularly see if there are duplicate fields on a web page, how you can overcome that issue, or how can you can resolve that and indicate multiple anchors without actually using anchor based activities. So let's get started. Now to use the UI automation next activities, you need to go to manage packages, go to all packages and install a package called UI automation next activities, as you can see over here. So once you have that, you will see this set of activities with you. So now to use any of the click, type into, etc. activities, you have to use application browser activity. What I'm going to do is we are going to use this particular website RP automation challenge, indicate it as an application. So what it does, it automatically takes the complete screen as well as the URL. So you need not pass the URL as well. Now what we are going to do in this particularly is we are going to type into this field. Now if we see, like without indicating it, if we see there are duplicate fields, this particular type into name, this particular type into name. So now even if I use anchor to indicate my name field, I will still have duplicates. So let's see how we can encounter that. So I'm going to use a type into activity. I'm just going to type my name, Parth. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to indicate this. So this is the UI automation next activity. You can see there is a green highlight. So once I click on that, it automatically identified the name as an anchor because you can say it is, you can say, a identifier of it. But now if I click on validate, you see it shows me that there is one more duplicate field. So this is one very good feature you can say in UiPath, and you can say there is duplicate batches found. So before like actually putting the bot into production, or maybe before we submit it to your client or anyone, you can very easily check how many duplicate fields are there on that particular website. So now to resolve this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more anchor, and now I'm going to indicate destination demand. Okay, so now you see, now if I click on validate, it's validation successful and no duplicate fields are found. So now for my one placeholder or one for type into activity, I have two anchors and I'm just using one single type into activity. I'm not even using anchor based activity, or not I'm using anything. I'm just using one activity and it's done. Now what we are going to do is we are going to keep one more activity, type into itself. We are going to indicate that on the screen and we are going to type into this to ensure that it is working perfectly. Now it will again automatically identify it as anchor. So now if I click on validate over here, it will show me this as the duplicate field. So what I'm going to do is add anchor origin supply. Okay, now I validate, validation successful and confirm. So let me just simply type my last name over here, Doshi. Save file and let me run this workflow to see whether it is working properly or not. So let's wait for it to get typed over here. Now you see it very perfectly and accurately typed the name in destination and demand and typed my last name in origin and supply. So this is how the UI automation next activities are reliable to perform web automation when you have too many fields to type or to click. So you see here it is very easy to indicate multiple anchors. So suppose if it could have been like, there would also have been destination demand over here, and you would want to indicate some other placeholder or some other text, you could easily do that without using multiple activities. And this is much faster, as we can see, because it performs all the checks in one single step, and it does not like first check the anchor, then the type into UI element. It does everything in one single activity, as we can see over here. So I hope you gained some knowledge through this video and learned something new related to selectors. Stay tuned to this playlist, and there will be many more videos coming up soon on selectors. If you want to see how you can use regex in your selector, please check the suggested video at the end of this video. Thank you. Subscribe now to learn something new every day.